intro.
Welcome to Honey and Brown.
Welcome. What do we do here?
We do music and anime.
No, we don't. We do anime and music.
Oh, right. Anime and music.
Today we're doing music, obviously. We call this what? The music corner.
Yeah.
Which is basically me introducing.
He has heard it.
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah, so it's basically me introducing a song to my wife that has been a very like meaningful song, or just by an artist I love. And right now we're doing Michael Jackson, who's like my favorite artist of all time. You know, so far we've done quite a bit of Michael Jackson. I'll leave a playlist in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to look back on all of our previous reactions. She's becoming a huge fan now.
Yes.
But yeah, what song are we doing today?
So we are doing Privacy.
Yes, off of Invincible. We're almost done Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy because we like started at Invincible and we've been kind of going backwards. Because I thought Invincible would have been like a really good album for you to kind of like see Michael just singing songs without you know, much of like, you know, because his like the Dangerous and the History album, there's like there's a huge story behind them, and I just wanted you to go in to this album just kind of like listening to his music, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this song Privacy is, again, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but it was requested by a lot of people in the comments, and this song is could basically fit into the History album, which I think you know a bit about now because we've reacted to a few songs off of that. But yeah, I really like the song, obviously, and it's a different vibe from the rest of Invincible. It's not an R&B song, but yeah, it's a good song, and again, we'll talk more in depth about it. But before we start, just want to say thank you all for watching and like supporting us, and man,
continuing to subscribe, continuing to comment. Like we love it so much. Thank you.
You guys are insane and we love it. We're so appreciative. So
again, please, if you like what we do here, our anime reactions, our music reactions, please like and subscribe. We also have Instagram and TikTok, and I don't really know how to do TikTok, so honestly I don't know what I'm doing.
Follow us on our Instagram.
Still follow us.
Yeah, I'll put all the links and all of our social media stuff in the description and in the pinned comment. We're gonna start to be more active on Instagram since we're still new to TikTok and we have no idea how to do that.
It's a young people's game there.
Yeah, so but yeah, please follow us on Instagram. You know, sometimes we'll give you sneak peeks, or we just like to upload random stuff, but you know, it's great there. But let's get on to it because I really want to talk about this song at the end. This is Michael Jackson, Privacy, off of Invincible. Michael Jackson, that ain't him.
To a big star.
That was his life, eh? Just like cameras and just people wanting his autograph constantly, and you know?
Yeah. I love when he's angry.
Yeah, his voice in this, eh? It's his deep voice. To this part. picture, eh? That beat. Well, that was Privacy by Michael Jackson. What are your thoughts?
Whenever, like, I know this is a bad thing to say, but when he sings like angry, it just comes out sexy to me. Like, oh my god. Whenever like Michael like sings like that, it's like, oh my goodness, like Michael, stop it.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay, so about the song.
Yeah, but I love the song though. Like, I love Michael angry. It's just like, but it's so true. Like, you know, it's like the paparazzi like in his time was so bad. Like, unlike at this time, like at least like the celebrities right now can actually fight for themselves and like, you know, speak online, like get their words out there so that people will know their side of the story. But at that time, like in Michael's time,
none.
Like only like, you know, the paparazzi, like only the media story gets out there. Like his story was kind of buried all the time. And so that's why, like, you know, he was telling, because we were watching some of his live performance like on just one song that I knew, which was Billie Jean. So like we were watching that and he was just explaining to me how people like, you know, how Michael really was, like, you know, how his dad really, like, you know, was so strict on him. And it just made me realize that I understand why all of you until now, like, really, like, you know, are there for Michael. And like, you know, I'm really spreading his love, his words, and spreading his story, because honestly, he deserves it. If we weren't doing this reaction, I would have watched all of his story. I would have binged everything, try to find out nook and cranny what was the truth about Michael. Like, I would have just done everything to know more about Michael, because he is such a misunderstood person. Like, the media like just painted him like so badly, but he is such a beautiful person that just deserves everything in the world. Like, he gave everything to us. But you know, like, of course he had love, but only thing is that when you hear so many bad things, it's just you can't hear anything else.
Yeah, it gets all of that stuff gets lost in the noise. But this will probably be a bit of like a lengthy video, just like our last couple, but I just want to like mention like a few things first. His voice in this song, it's like it's like how it was in 2000 Watts. It's you know, he's kind of using more of his like real voice. You know, he's hitting that deeper octave, and he's just like, he's like reaching deep down, and he's singing, and he's angry, and I love his voice in this song. You know, in 2000 Watts, like a few of our reactions ago, like his voice was very low and very deep. And this song, I think it's a good mix of like very angry and very low, and he has a bit of like the MJ that we all kind of know, right?
Yeah.
And again, the special guitarist in this was Slash, so that's kind of cool. Slash has been in a few of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, one being Given to Me, which we're gonna do that soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, this song again, just like our last video, we've had enough. You know, Michael's talking about the world, but this time he's talking more of in like his own personal story. And like when you think of Michael, you think of the paparazzi, because you know, yes, the paparazzi was around, you know, for a long time, but they became prominent in the 90s, and they became prominent due to like Michael Jackson and Princess Diana, which the song Michael references his friend in the song, which being Princess Diana. You know, she was, I don't know, you don't know really much about her. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's referencing Princess Diana in the song, because that was one of his closest friends. And she was, you know, in the 90s, she was very popular because she was part of the royal family, but she was like the princess for the people, right? Like she was very much about her family and her and like her children and just being a good person. But her and Michael both were just like slaughtered and destroyed by the media. It was so sad. And you know, she died being chased by the paparazzi. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about it. I'm not gonna get into that, but like, you know, she was chased down, and I don't know the full story. I remember in the 90s it was a big story. I remember my mom like watching like news articles, like when she died, the whole world stopped. Like the whole world stopped. I remember when she passed away, I don't know what grade I was in, but I remember my teacher talking about it and telling us like, hey guys, like today's free, like it's like a free reading day. I need to like, you know, I need to like read all these articles about it. It was a huge thing, but you know, and that just shows the disgusting nature of the paparazzi. You know, they killed Princess Diana, you know, in a car accident, you know, and you know, Michael was distraught by that because, you know, the paparazzi, like they were after Michael as well, you know. And you know, there's a part of the song where he's talking about how he was stripped away of his dignity, and you know, that could be in reference to a lot of stuff that the paparazzi did to him. But like, man, like Michael suffered so much, and this song again could have fit into the dangerous era. It could have fit in the history era.
Yeah, really could.
Yeah, but the fact that like, you know, I think the song is about Michael, but I think he's also singing the song about, you know, his friends in the in like the celebrity world, right? Yeah. Because yeah, you're right. Nowadays, you know, all of these celebrities, all their stories are told from them, right? You know, through their Twitter or through their Instagram. Yeah. Back then there was none of that. The only time you would ever hear Michael's story is if he'd be like in an interview, right? And some of those interviews, they wouldn't even let him tell his own story, right?
They would always like ask like, you know, on the question, on the only I think interview that we watched was like Diana Sawyer, and like, and she was only like trying to like get him to answer like the stupid questions, not even trying to try to find out the truth. I think she's just trying to like get him to say things. Yeah, like say things to make himself look bad. And it's like, you know, you had a genius in front of you and you wasted the opportunity by not asking him like his creative process, or like you had the king of pop, the king of music, and you're gonna ask him all these stupid questions, you know, like. And you know, the first one he did with Oprah, I didn't think it was that bad, like when she went to the Neverland Ranch, but still, right? Like that's Michael's story was never told truthfully by the media. It never was. Never. There was not 1 ounce of truth. I know. You know, and Michael would even say, it's like, if you like, you know, if you meet like one of the greatest artists, Picasso, and you know, it's like, would you ask them those things? No. Like for me, like he was saying, like for him, he would ask like, how do you get to that? Yeah. Like, you know, it's like how do you get to your art?
Yeah, like when you have
what's your inspiration?
When you have a great artist in front of you, and even with the paparazzi, right? Like they never focus on his music, right? No. They just focus on all this crap. And you know, it's sad because like, you know, Princess Diana like lost her life because of the paparazzi. Michael lost his life to the paparazzi because his life was never his life. His truth was never his truth, right? Yeah. The paparazzi stole that from him. The media stole that from him, you know, and yes, we heard his story through his songs, and you know that's why the people that supported him, like his family and his close friends and you know us fans, that's why we're so loyal, right? If you were a Michael fan, it's very rare that you would turn your back on him, because we all follow his story from when he was a child to like all the way up to his death, right? And that's why when people talk bad about Michael, that's why, you know, us fans, or like, you know, even his family and friends, we stand up for him, right? Because we know what Michael went through as a kid, as a teenager, as a young adult, to an adult. Like, he's been through hell. Like, Michael has been through hell. Like I was saying, like no one in the history has ever been crucified in the media's eyes. It was him and Princess Diana, and yeah, it's so sickening and so sad that he had to write a song like this again to address it. And like, I just, you know, the lyrics are beautiful, the beat is beautiful, and again, this is off of Invincible, and this album is so unique sounding. Like, you know, our last couple of songs have really, like, it's been like a lot of R&B, but then he has songs like 2000 Watts and Privacy and Heartbreaker and You Rock My World, a different vibe. But a song like Privacy, again, like the beat is insane. And I was like saying to you, like, did you notice that the beat was made up of the sound of a camera click, or like a camera shot? I'm like, that's so ingenious that Michael thought, like, and that's amazing. That's so perfect for this song, because you know that's all the paparazzi does is they take pictures, and he incorporated the sound of someone taking your picture into his beat. And
it's like, you know, it's like rather than like asking him the question or like letting him speak, no, they just take pictures and then create story from it. You know, it's like, oh my god, you know, every time a picture was taken of Michael, a piece of his soul was taken away, right? And it's always out of context. Like, I mean, Michael's entire career or entire life in the paparazzi's eyes was always out of context. There was never any truth to anything. They would take a lie and then they would spread it. And Michael has said in one of his interviews that once a lie is told and it keeps being told and told, it becomes the truth. And that's how sad it is, right? That's how sad society is. And like, once you say it so many times, people just start to believe it.
And that's how it is in every aspect, right? And you know, the truth is always buried. It's always buried. And that's why Michael's story is such a tragic story. Like, if Michael's life was written in a book or as a movie or as like a TV show, man, like the final chapter, you would just see a tragedy. Like, Michael's story is a tragedy, right? And it's like, it's so sad, because you know, all he wanted to do was make music and change the world, and just, you know, he wanted to be a star, but at what cost now, right? Like, it did cost him his soul, right? And I know, you know, his father forced him into it and all that stuff, but like, Michael was born to be a performer, right? Like, he was born to sing songs and write songs, right? But man, like, I don't know, like, he, like, at what cost? It cost him his dignity, it cost him everything. It cost him his soul, and you know, it cost him being with his children. And it's so sad, you know. That's
why, like, you know, I really like I'm now like understanding why there's so much support for Michael, because like he's honestly, like, he deserves our support. Like, he deserves everything that he didn't get. Like, you know, he deserved, well, not that he didn't get it during his lifetime, but you know, like, he didn't hear it as much, just because like all the media that he was surrounded was like the bullshit that, you know, that was thrown at him. But it's just, you know, like, knowing his life, knowing, like, you know, how he was like, you know, brought up, it's just like, he really deserves everything. Like, he didn't deserve what the media put him through.
He deserved for people to like focus on his music and hear his voice, and you know, like, see the good that he did, because he did so much good. And like, yes, it was recognized, and you know, people did know about it, but like, it was just overshadowed by just the garbage and the fire that the media put on him. And you know, they tried to destroy Michael. They did, you know. It all started after the 80s, right? It's like they couldn't handle Michael making it and becoming a phenomenon, so they had to tear him down, right? They had to tear Rome down, right? Because Michael was a dynasty, and you know, I mean, we can go into a lot of aspects of why they wanted to destroy his career and why they wanted to destroy him as a man. It's just hard. I can't believe Michael suffered through that for all of the 90s. Like, you know, he did suffer a bit in the 80s, but in the 80s it was very different. But in the 90s, man, can you imagine like 10 years, a decade of your life? I mean, even more than that, but I'm just saying, like, in the 90s it was very bad, but like a decade of your life
but
was
even but think about it though, like even at the, you know, like he suffered so much of that. Like when you showed me just a part of the This Is It, like, you know, that last tour that he wanted to do, like even when he was he was destroyed, and I saw in that, like, you know, I saw in that like little clip that he was so tired, he was, you know, he was in so much pain, but he still wanted to perform for his fans. Like he could feel, he could hear the love when he's on stage. He doesn't have to think about like, you know, what the paparazzi says about him. When he's on stage, he can feel the love from everyone, like, you know, from his fans. And it's just like, he is such a wonderful soul for even, like, you know, having the courage, having, like, you know, the fighting spirit to to just do it all for his fans. Like it's just, he is so amazing. Like my God,
watching those performances from This Is It, or not the performances, but like his rehearsals, even though he was like sleep deprived and mentally and physically just in so much pain, he's such a born performer, because like he's been performing since he was 4 or 5 years old. It was just like, even watching him at that time, he still could do it. He was still out dancing his like the backup dancers. He was still on point. He was still a perfectionist. You could tell, you know, like there were times where it's like somebody was off cue. He's like, hey, like it's okay, like slow down, like, just, you know,
he's so polite.
And like that's who he is. Like he's such a good man. He's such a, you know, he's such a tortured soul at the same time, right?
And I really wanna watch so much interviews from him, because like he is so intelligent. Like everything that he says, there's no waste words. Like he just, you know, he speaks like, he's so kind and he's so intelligent, like at the same time. It's just, it's amazing to just, you know, I really wish like we could have, you know, we could have listened to his voice, to his wisdom that he could have shared, like, you know, through like this Instagram, rather than a lot of these artists that honestly we don't need to listen to. Like if like Michael would have had a bigger voice now, just because of like the power of communication now. But you know, I mean, things happen for a reason. You know, I know like he definitely suffered a lot in his life, and you know, it was kind of sad that he found solace in what little amount of sleep he could get. But like, you know, in the end, Michael is, you know, like he's, even though the world took him away from his children and the things that he loved to do, it's, you know, in a weird way, like Michael is in peace right now. He is in, you know, he's in a better place right now, and now he never has to deal with just, you know, the garbage of the world, you know. And it was sad because, man, that the This Is It tour would have been phenomenal. Oh my God, it was his last performance. And again, there's a lot of conspiracy theories and a lot of, you know, things about, you know, maybe why he died. I don't think you know too much about his passing and stuff like that. Again, I think we'll maybe watch a documentary on that too, because like Michael definitely wasn't supposed to die, you know, and there's a lot of stuff surrounding by it. But I think, you know, why, like how he died, right? He died by his doctor, who was he died from propofol, or it was the name of a drug, but he was basically drugged accidentally by his doctor. It wasn't accidentally, but there's a lot of controversy about what may have caused that, and it stems from the This Is It last tour. And it's so sad that Michael was used in the end. It's just, anyways, we'll definitely have to watch the This Is It documentary, and then we'll do a deep dive into his death, because at the time
when he died and then his doctor was put on was, you know, taken to court, it was a worldwide thing, and it was, you know, he was found guilty of it. But yeah, it's sad because, you know, Princess Diana was taken away from the world and she still had a lot more to do for the world, and you know, Michael he still had a lot more to do for this world, you know. And I know if he was still alive, I can guarantee he would still be, I don't think he'd be touring, but he would definitely be making more music, and he would still be finding ways to like help change the world, right? And you know, the world lost a great man. They lost someone who actually cared about his fellow man. So,
and I really wish, like, you know, somehow like Michael can see how much people still misses him so much, how people like really loves him at this time, even till now, even how, you know, with so many years have passed, like so many of us still loves him and enjoys all the songs that he's created. Like, you know, for him to know that he, like, his songs still helps people until now. And it's just like, I just really wish that.
Yeah, but again, this is another great song.
Yeah,
you are gonna add this to your list, I saw, of like your workout list. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you again so much for watching. I know a lot of you guys watched this right to the end, so I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for all the people that are subscribing. You know, we're so close to 1,000. You know, like, share this video with people. Let's get the word out. You know, let's, you know, because this channel is gonna be like dedicated to like upholding the legacy of Michael Jackson, right? So please, like, share this video, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Again, we love it. Comment down below. I know this video is going to get a lot of comments because this song is very important to a lot of the MJ community out there, so I cannot wait to read all this and even know like some of the stuff that I don't even know, right? And then you can also kind of get more informed about, you know, his final days, you know, because he died 5 days before he was supposed to go on his first tour in like forever, right? It was going to be like the renaissance of Michael Jackson. So sad. But anyway, guys, if you want to see our other reactions, again, the playlist is in the description and in the pinned comment. It's also on the channel. We just did We've Had Enough, and before that we did 2000 Watts. Again, check those videos out. We have an Instagram, again, it'll be in the description and in the pinned comment, and we have a community tab, which we're going to constantly be updating our schedule. Again, if you paid attention to the last video, we said that we'll be doing 3 Michael Jackson songs a week, maybe 4, but 3 for the most part, just because I don't want to upload too many, and then I don't want to ignore anyone's comments, and I know she doesn't want to ignore anyone's comments, so we kind of need that buffer day where we can just kind of catch up. And again, like, please comment, never stop. No, but I'd rather put out quality than quantity right now, just because I really want to hear everyone's stories in the comments, because I love it. And
honestly, like, you know, we want to like give our actual like reaction and like, you know, feelings about it, so like we don't want to just put so many like videos just to get views. We want to actually might give time to all these songs. Every video that we're doing for Michael, man, like it's like very important, and you know, we are very like we're so blessed to have an audience now that wants to like go on this journey with us. And again, this channel wouldn't be anything without you guys, but thank you guys. Like, you honestly, you made this channel what we wanted it to be. Like, we wanted a community, we wanted like, you know, people who are kind. It's just like a place that, you know, you can talk about how much we love Michael. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and again, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. See you.